How is it going, everybody, and welcome to the very first mod showcase on my channel. Today we have a very special mod, as it is very close to my heart. We have a How to Train Your Dragon mod, of course. And this mod is called the Isle of Berk mod. It's still in development, but as of right now there's a lot of stuff to go over in what there is currently inside the mod. So let's just get started with this. As you can see, it's pretty laggy walking forward this way, and that's because we have a lot of entities over here, and I will show you why in a minute. I made this really long corridor hallway for this kind of mod showcase. I'm probably gonna use it for all my other mod showcases too, but through this we have dragons. Now we're starting over here with this one. This is the Speed Stinger Titan Wing, and there's only one variant of it, which is kind of weird because the next Speed Stinger we have is the Speed Stinger Leader, which has 4 different variants. A red one, a black one, wait. Oops. There's supposed to be a blue one. Let me just fix that up for here. There we go. Alright, we have a blue Speed Stinger Leader, a black Speed Stinger Leader, a green Speed Stinger Leader, and a red Speed Stinger Leader. Now, all of these guys, like all the Speed Stingers, when you kill them will drop something that I will be covering a little bit in that direction. But these are just the leaders. The actual Speed Stingers, there are 5 different variants of them. There's this green one without stripes. There's this red one, which looks pretty cool. This blue one, which obviously reminds me of a lot of ice. This black one, which is just super edgy, and I love it. And then this one, which is a green one with stripes, which is kind of weird. Now, what's kind of getting me about this is that there's 5 variants of regular Speed Stinger and only 4 variants of Leader, and only 1 variant of Titan Wing, which is kind of miffy right now, but it's fine. But past the Speed Stingers, over here we have something that's really weird. You can kind of see it already, but that's not a Light Fury. That's a White Night Fury, which is really weird. I don't know why they implemented these. Please tell me, developers. I really need to know this. But there's a White Night Fury with a red hue on it. Your standard Night Fury, which looks amazing. A black Light Fury with purple hues and everything on it. I love the eyes. They're adorable. And the original White Light Fury. Now, none of these can be ridden yet, and I do not believe that they shoot any sort of fire as of current, because, well, I've never actually seen them shoot fire. But all of these, this is all the types of dragons that are in the game right now. So I'm going to be really happy to see more of these guys being implemented. But these dragons don't really have any AI at all, except walking, talking, and attacking. And it's not a breath attack either. So very rudimentary, but you kind of expect that from, you know, an early mod. Next area, we have items. These items, they don't have crafting recipes, but right here we have Astrid's Axe, Drago's Bullhook from number 2, Heather's Double Axe from the series Race to the Edge, if you haven't seen that, Inferno, Hiccup's Fire Sword, that was featured in in the second movie and the third movie, Snout's Bludgeon, which personally I've never seen him use except in the first movie, a regular Hooligan Axe, a Hooligan's Battle Axe, a Hooligan's Bludgeon, a Hooligan's Dagger, which looks so cute in your hand. See? And you can attack with these, they do deal damage. And then we go on to the Hooligan's Greatsword, which isn't that big in your hands, but it still looks pretty impressive. We have the Hooligan Hoe, which does break blocks. We have the Hooligan's Mace, we have the Hooligan's Pickaxe, we have the Hooligan's Shovel, which I think there's a bug because you hold it backwards, but on the F5 screen you're holding it forwards. So, developers, found a bug. A Hooligan's Spear, a Hooligan's Sword, and a Hooligan's War Axe. Now, all these items don't have any crafting recipes just yet, but there is another variant of them, which is reinforced weapons and tools, which I'm pretty sure is covered with the Belzium over there in the item section, which is what we're going on to next. But these reinforced weapons and items and stuff, they look really cool. Although I feel like the purple is a little bit vibrant. If it was toned down just a tiny bit, it would probably be easier on the eyes and things, but it still does look really cool, and even if they don't change it, I'd probably use this mod a lot. And so after the reinforced tools, we go on to the items, where we have Belzium right up here, which is a type of magnetic rock that was featured in Dragon's Rescue Riders, which, even if you're not part of the age group that it's meant for, which is 7 and under, watch it. It's amazing. It's adorable. I watch it. I am... I am not 7 and under, as you can tell from the voice. But it's really cute. You should watch it, totally. And then we have the Grunkle Iron Ingot and the Raw Grunkle Iron, which was featured in Defenders of Berk, and technically not talked about anywhere else except Race to the Edge. Yeah. And then we have the Odin's Gem and Thor's Ore Crystals, which I have no idea where they were featured at all, which is kind of weird for me because I'm all things How to Train Your Dragon. We have Dragon Nip for, like, you know, Dragon Nip. I will get onto what that looks like in a second over there. We have Dragon Berries, same thing. Dragonberry Juice, and Dragonberry Pie. All of these things together do not have crafting recipes yet. We have a mug, which is just an empty mug. We have Yak Nog from Gift of the Night Fury, the thing that makes everyone, you know, choke and spit everything out of their mouth. Not the show, the drink. Clarifying here. Sorry about that. Should have been clearer. And then we have the Dragon Manual, which is a 3D object, but you cannot open it, so it has no content just yet. Next, we move over onto the blocks, which you can craft out of these items. First off, we have Belzium, and the Belzium block, and the Belzium ore. Now, the pickaxe you use to mine this ore has not been set yet, so they are all the same mining length. And the Belzium block does have a crafting recipe as of current, so you can make that. The same goes for the Grunkle Iron Ingot. I'm pretty sure that you get the ingot from raw Grunkle Iron. I just don't know how you change raw Grunkle Iron into a Grunkle Iron Ingot. But I know that you can make a block from the Grunkle Iron Ingot. Nor do I know how you make raw Grunkle Iron. Over here, we have the Odin's Gem, which you get from the Odin's Ore. But as of current, the Belzium, Odin's Gem, and Thor's Ore block don't drop anything. And the Odin's Gem ore and the Thor's ore also don't have a pickaxe set for them, so they are hard to break. But you can make an Odin's Gem block and things. And over here we have Thor's ore crystals, which look pretty nice, and they do shimmer on the ore and on the item. So it's an animated texture, which is pretty good and pretty cool and everything. But I don't know anything that you use the Thor's ore crystals for. I probably should have gotten just enough items for this, so that way I could have known how to craft everything. But I'll probably do that in the next showcase of this mod. Yes, you heard me right. I'm going to be following this mod and doing a showcase whenever a new version comes out. So, stay tuned. Also, I forgot to mention that the Thor's ore, Odin's Gem ore, and Belzium ore currently do not drop their crystals. Just a note. Over here, we have two new blocks. We have Dragon's Dirt and Dragon's Grass. I have no idea how to get them, but as of right now, the grass does not transfer over to the dirt to create more grass. So yeah. Right here we have Dragon Nip. This is what it looks like in the world. If you punch it in survival, it will give you one of these. But I'm not going to do that right now because I'm in creative and I don't want to switch game modes and stuff. Here we have the Blue Oleander. It's very pretty and very, very poisonous. So yeah, don't let your dragons eat that. Over here we have Dragonberries. And the Dragonberry Butch, not Butch, it's the Dragonberry Bush. So let me just get some bone meal. And let's see. Yeah. It just gave me sweet berries. Okay. Developers, that is something that I'm pretty sure is a bug, so yeah. Over here we have the Dragonberry block, which technically these things shouldn't even be here because there is no crafting recipe for it yet. So it's just a block as of right now. There's no way to get it except the creative menu. You know, that's about it for these items. Now we move over to the foliage and stuff. Here we have the Forever Wing sapling. It's currently a block and has its own hitbox, so yeah. And it can't be bone mealed either. So over here we have the Forever Wing Sapling, which currently has a hitbox, because for some reason it thinks it's a block. And it cannot be bone mealed either, so I don't know if it grows as a 1x1 tree or a 2x2 tree like a dark oak. Hey guys, coming up is going to be a lot of stuttering, too much in fact that I can't edit it all out, so you're just going to have to bear with it. Sorry. Right here we have the Forever Wing leaves, which I love the look of this leaf. It's a nice warm green, not a, you know, a humongous, what's the word, an intrusive green like most of the other leaves are. Right here is the Forever Wing log. It's a nice light yellow-green wood, which makes it really good in some builds, because you have that contrast between oak and spruce and oak and birch, but I think this is a good meld between, I think, oak and birch and a little bit of green. So then we have the stripped log and the stripped wood, because it has all these crafting variants and everything. We have the Forever Wing planks. We have the Forever Wing stairs, Forever Wing slabs, Forever Wing fences, Forever Wing fence gates, Forever Wing doors, which look amazing. It's just like your standard fairy tale looking door. It looks like a fairy tale's door. I love it. We have the trap door. It looks like a tiny little donut on the ground, because I like donuts and stuff, and it reminds me of a donut. We have pressure plates, which we have the Forever Wing button right here, which can be clicked and everything. And then over here, we have the Loki sapling, which also has a hitbox, and I don't know if it can be bone mealed or not. So yeah, it is a nice gray type wood, which is going to come in handy for a lot of people who need gray wood. Ahem. It also comes in a wood variant, a stripped log, and a stripped wood. It also has its own planks, stairs, slabs, fences, fence gates. It also has its own door, which looks amazing. Like, you know, ooh, that's a problem. That's a problem. It's not connected right there. Okay. It's connected on these sides as well, but it's not connected right here. Just a thought, developers. So, this looks amazing. It's like sort of a wooden prison bar type situation, or like a door that looks like it's made kind of out of bamboo or something. Then we have the trapdoor, which the texture flips for some reason. It's horizontal laying down flat and then vertical when it's up against a wall. That's a bug, pretty sure. We have the button, which also works. Oh, I forgot. A pressure plate, which works. And then right here we have the Berk's Dimensional Portal Stone, which I have no idea what this does or what it's for. So right now it's just a cool looking block with a name. So that's all the blocks that are in this mod so far, and now we move over onto items and things. Here we have the 3 types of eggs there are. We only have 3 dragons, so there's only 3 types of eggs. We have the Light Fury egg, the Night Fury egg, and the Speed Stinger egg. All of these eggs right now do not hatch at all, so they are basically just decoration. Then on this wall, you see I have boxes labeled for each of the different classes of dragon. Now, I'm going to do my best and try to stick a picture of each of the different types of dragons that I say that are going to be coming after I open this box. These are the different types of scales you can get from dragons, only 3 of which you can actually collect, which is the Speed Stinger, the Night Fury, and Light Fury scales, because there's only 3 types of dragons. So, the scales you can get right now are the Fire Terror scales, Fire Worm scales, Flame Whipper scales, Gobsucker scales, Green Death scales, Hobgobbler scales, Monstrous Nightmare scales, Red Death scales, Shadow Wing scales, Silver Phantom scales, Singe-Tail scales, Terrible Terror scales, and Typhoon scales. Now the thing about the Hobgobbler scales is that they also are in the mystery box, because for some reason that's what the How to Train Your Dragon Wiki classified the Hobgobbler as. It classified it as a Stoker mystery dragon. So, in the Boulder box, we have the Catastrophic Quaken, Crimson Goregutter, Euruptidon, Grapple Grounder, Gronksicle, Gronkle, Hopburple, Screaming Death, Sentinel, Snafflefang, and Whispering Death scales. Now, if you notice, the Gronksicle and the Grapple Grounder scales, those two things never appeared in the shows. The Gronksicle is part of School of Dragons, and is featured on Rise of Berk. The same goes for the Grapple Grounder. So, this mod is compiling together everything from all of the different franchises, branching franchises of the game. In the tracker box, we have the Deadly Natter, the Mudraker, the Rumblehorn, the Submaripper, and the Thunderclaw scales. Season 2 of Race to the Edge was when they introduced the Rumblehorn and created the Tracker class, if I am not mistaken. So, I'm pretty sure Tracker has been a class for 4, maybe 3 years. I don't remember. But, yeah, there is... Oh yeah, Submaripper, that's another one. It is both a tracker dragon and a title dragon. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There it is, right here. Submaripper scales. So, that's what the wiki classified it as well. So, there's two dragons that are in these boxes that belong to two different classes. Stoker, Mystery, Tracker, and Title. In here, the Sharp box have the Devilish Dervish scales, which first featured in the books. And then School of Dragons created a dragon off of it. We have the Grim Gnasher, which is from the Race to the Edge series, the Prickle Boggle, the Rain Cutter, the Razor Whip, the Shivertooth, the Speed Stinger scales, which you can collect, Stinger scales, which I think is a variant of Speed Stinger scales, because I don't remember there being any Stinger dragon. Hey, yeah, Editing Ninja here. I recently found out what the Stinger was, so, yeah, it's a dragon that was featured in the How to Train Your Dragon Arena Spectacular, which I have never seen, unfortunately. And that's why I didn't recognize it off the bat, so, yeah. Sorry. We have Stormcutter scales, Timberjack scales, and Windstriker scales. In the title box, we have Bewilderbeast scales, Luminous Crayfin scales, Purple Death scales, Sandwraith scales, Scaldron scales, Seashocker scales, Shellfire scales, Shockjaw scales, Sliquifier scales, Submaripper scales, Thunderdrum scales, Tideglider scales, and Windwalker scales. In the mystery box, we have Boneknapper scales, Cavern Crasher scales, Changewing scales, Deathsong scales, Flightmare scales, Foreverwing scales, Hideous Zippleback scales, Hobgobbler scales, like I said before in the Stoker box, Lycanwing scales. This just means that they're going to be adding a Lycanwing dragon in this mod, which is going to be pretty cool because the only picture I ever saw of it was in the dragon's eye as a photo, so that's going to be pretty cool to see. We have Sandbuster scales, Silk Spinner scales, technically Silk Spanner, because that's how it's spelled out in the games and in the comic. So, a bit of a typo there, developers. Slither Song scales, Slither Wing scales, Smothering Smoke Breath scales, Sweet Death scales, and Sword Stealer scales. In the Strike box, which is probably my favorite class of dragons, mainly because, you know, Night Fury and everything, but we have the Death Gripper scales, Light Fury scales, Nightlight scales, Night Fury scales, Skrill scales, Snow Wraith scales, and Triple Strike scales. I'm so glad they added more dragons into this except just Night Fury and Skrill, because those are the original two dragons that were in the Strike class, and they were the only dragons in the Strike class. So, over here, the last three things on our list are what probably you get if these eggs over here hatch. So we have Night Fury Eggshell, Light Fury Egg Shield, for some reason I spelled that wrong, Speed Stinger Eggshell, and that's about it for this mod. So I will be doing more mod showcases on this mod when next versions come out, but I cannot wait to see more, more stuff about from this mod. It's gonna be amazing. So, yeah. But that's all the time I have for this episode, guys. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you on Saturday with the next mod showcase, which we will be featuring the localized weather mod, which I think has been renamed to something else, but my friend keeps calling it the localized weather mod, so yeah. And I will see you in the next one. Bye. Hi. Yeah, sorry. Today kinda is Saturday, and I didn't get the other mod done. Mainly because I realized just how hard it is to make one of these showcases. So, instead of doing 2 mods this week, I am planning on doing a schedule sort of thing. So, every first week and every month, I will be doing another mod. So, August's week is already taken up for the localized weather mod, or whatever it's called now. But the first week in September, I will be having you guys give me mod suggestions so I can do that for you guys, and it should be really fun. Thanks for watching. Bye.